unmute me, unmute the game, unmute yourself, so now you're on stream, and we can remove the game, the waiting screen, and show the game. Yee-hoo! And we can show the overlay too. This could be above. Why is it not showing anything? Oh, that's good. Hello everyone! I hope you are having a nice day. Do not, if you have any issue with the stream, be it crashed, you're not hearing us properly or anything, put it in the chat. Today we are seeing a LaneSmash between VOON and SHST, two Emerald team, or at least NA team, which I have no idea of who they are comprised of. I will try to avoid showing the wildcats and the map at the start of the match. So I'm going to remove, make it so my camera is not moving too much. Let's just see and have the camera on Chimney Rock. How are you doing, Pilot?
Doing good. Just ready for a second LaneSmash practice this evening. This time featuring an A bracket team versus a B bracket team. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they'll approach that.
Yeah, it will be a bit more, not more interesting, but a more competitive game than the one we streamed before, just earlier this evening. We watched TITF, which is quite casual outfit on Mirror, face against what's the name again? PTSD, which is composed of 4 different outfits on Mirror with various experiences, mostly new to LaneSmash, but still somewhat good players with some somewhat experienced leaders and players in competitive, or at least in server smashes and in active gameplay on the map. So it was somewhat one-sided match, but it was the first one for TITF, so they learned a lot. And they will be interested to see how they perform and how do they improve, most importantly. So that wasn't a match that was interesting on the score, but more on the setting and on the fact it was the first LaneSmash for many players. So SHST, you're telling me, is composed of Wooligan, Bushido Wake, Neil No One, and Terran Hellhound, when VOON is composed of Vindicators and Moonmen. There aren't a lot of those outfits which I've seen before. I know that BWA is a pretty good outfit. I saw them on the gold match on Emerald. I'm not sure if they won or not.
B-Way is definitely an somewhat experienced competitive planet side outfit. They do a lot of Jaeger things, a lot of internals, training. I do believe this is the first time I actually see them play in a LaneSmash though.
Oh. So they are more like infantry players, 6v6, maybe to a quick call?
Yeah, definitely the 6v6. That's
Alright, so they don't necessarily have a lot of players, or do they, like, they have to team up with other outfits to bring the numbers to LaneSmash?
I think combined they don't have the amount of players they need for both air and vehicle. So they buff themselves up with a few other outfits for that.
Alright. And the Vindicators, I think they're somewhat larger outfit on Emerald, I'm not sure, but that's the only name I have somewhat knowledge about.
Yeah, Vindicators are rather large on Emerald, to be honest. Not sure how many members they actually have. I haven't done stats for any of them yet, but they're considered a mid-tier fit at least. Moon, I've never actually heard about.
Alright, so someone on Twitch is saying that it's mostly WHO players with only one person from the leadership from BWA. And some, I don't know what the LWA is, I assume it's new players, yeah.
Yeah, that's their training outfit.
Oh, they have a training outfit, that's nice. Yeah, many outfits just have a lot of new application right now in the game because a big boost in both promotion and players coming back.
Then all call nice. Match will start in 3 minutes from now.
Can I get a way to not have a pop-up when someone whisper?
You do that in settings.
Yeah. Always show whisper history when receiving a whisper. That's a big nope. Alright, so the match is normally 3 minutes before start. Might have a few delay, but I don't think it's going to be that late. What do you think of this lane? We've seen the match that was casted a few days ago, maybe a week ago, by SHST and Archie. We have Heyoka Tech Plant from one side, Thomas Tech Plant on the other, so both teams have Tech Plant as their main home base. We have Chimirok in the middle, which is a really interesting base. Lots of hallways for Sundays to get inside the A point. A lot of buildings to try and hold the point, and that pretty nice walkway from the teleporter room to the points. If you capture it, if you are not, if the base is still neutral, it's going to be a big fight to try and maintain control over the heights and over the hallway for the vehicles to get inside. I think it's a really, I really like that base for LaneSmash. What do you think about it?
I mean, personally, I like it, but I know a lot. The thing is that it's easy to just turtle away, take it slow all the way on the lane. It's not that interesting for like combined arms. Infantry can heavily influence this map, definitely.
So you don't think it's going to be a big push on the vehicles? Because from what I've seen, I've often seen Sundays crashing into the point on Shinnerock at the start. Because if you maintain
Match
control
start
with
in
Cobalt,
1 minute.
With Cobalt Sundays or Fury Sundays, you can have a much easier control around the building point.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to put those Sundays up around the point. Get them in, just make sure enemies can't come in. But if you have a really, really strong infantry force, I mean, you have 20 people, 12, 16 people inside, then not much people can do.
Right, I'm going to cut the music off because the match is about to start. And I get
Like 30 seconds.
Ready. And do you see we're going to see MBTs or not? Quick yes or no, because the match is about to start.
I'm guessing a few. Like 2 to 3 from each faction, maybe.
Alright, yeah, because we generally see
10.
MBTs on those matches. Go for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. Match start.
The overlay has started well, that's good. And we can get on the tier warp Tech Plant. We see a lot of ZSF, probably a squad. Liberator.
Yes,
No.
just moving in with a lot of fucking Sunderers.
No Galaxies, no Valkyries. That's strange. I haven't seen the ground. Oh yeah, the ground. There's a lot of Sundays. 4 Sundays, 1 MBT, and VS on the other side has. I haven't seen them yet. I'm seeing the point flip. I think it's some TR guys who went with ESFs and rushed to get the points. I'm seeing VS coming. Let's have a look at what's going on.
So for this match, they made a team agreement that there's not gonna be any air-to-air lock-ons, no Tomcats, no air-to-air photons, coyotes, and hyenas.
I'm seeing the VS vehicle movement. A lot more Sundays indeed, but are they going to have any ability? I'm seeing not Bulldog Walk Ranger. Interesting. The Mosquito seems to have a big advantage in the air. Those Sundays are not going to last very long if those Walkers and Rangers are not gunned. We've seen the TR Sunday who was deployed next to the rocks being destroyed, almost rammed entirely by the Sundays. The VS Thunderer are on point, and they.
But that is a lot of Sunderers they're bringing in. But they're just being destroyed by the deliveries on the air. Like they're almost gone now.
The Sundays are still alive, so they're the VS Zerg of not Zerg, but you know the big push. However, the Max is, especially the Comet Max, is doing a shot work of the Sundays now. The air is trying to shut down the infantry push. I think there are a lot more of them alive. I'm not even seeing VS survive past the gates. So I think TR has a pretty good
I mean, VS has, what, 3 Maxes in on the point right now, but they're just alone there. There's no infantry to support them. They're just being picked off by the TR.
They are going to slowly die.
So, initial opener from VOON just got completely shut down by TR.
I think it was really interesting
all
to see,
those
but
3 nanites they could use just gone.
yeah. No aircraft on VS except for a few Scythe, who got destroyed quite easily. VS has a beacon though, and they already have like half a squad on the point, trying to progress. Let's go and slowly and have a nice cinematic movement with the camera, watching them progress.
Yeah, so there's still 2 minutes left until cap of the base, and it started out as a neutral base. So if VS could just swoop in for the last 10 seconds and flip the point,
That's
they
true.
can actually steal this.
However, the TR still stringing seems to have a pretty strong hold on the point. VOON is only pushing with infantry, no maxes at all, which is quite strange.
Yeah, I think they got destroyed in those Thunderers, and right now they're just relying on beacons because they have no.
Yeah, do you see
there's
any
something over
vehicles
here.
coming to
No,
the base?
there's
Because
no.
right now, just infantry.
Yeah, and against SHSK or B-Way just have the stronger infantry people.
I don't know if there are a lot of them apparently from Twitch chat, but what I can see is that VS is getting pounded by aircrafts, and until they solve that issue, it's not going to go well for them with any infantry push. Especially if the beacons are gone. No, the beacons are still there. I'm going to watch and see if DS is bringing anything. I don't see any vehicles. I don't know what VS is doing. Maybe they're preparing for Gal push at the last moment, but Gal drop.
Let's see where the pop. Where's their pop?
I have no idea. I don't know where the VS is. I see some of them inside the building, like maybe a squad war.
Oh yeah,
and they are the tech
they are
point,
at
yes.
over at the tech plant now.
Maybe they are either getting inside the Sandy with Maxis.
No, they
I don't know.
pulled a Valkyrie, and that just got shut down.
Yeah, that's not.
Like
I don't know.
four Mautis just camping the VS tech plant. They're pulling Valkyries. Seems like they're not really caring about.
I'm not seeing a lot
Their
of
chemical.
Oh, that push is not going to go well. That Banshee is, and those rockets are not going to go well. And I think there was not even a push from the building, but it didn't even pass the door. So now the question is, does TR has a point on Heyoka Chemical? And I'm seeing population from TR on the Heyoka Chemical base. So they might as well have it. Let's see. I'm seeing TR inside the building. I'm seeing the points being flipped. Let's get smoothly.
Yeah, TR quickly up on the
point,
Heyoka
is
Chemical.
being flipped, but I'm seeing VS coming back on the points. Only 2 TR. That's a handful of VS. VS has a beacon on the point here also. Let's see from outside what's going on. VS is being wiped on the coming with those Banshees. That Banshee is doing a really tough beating on the VS.
Yeah, TR set up good on the point now. Just holding double doors. Just VS is trembling one by one over that bridge.
Where is VS? I feel like VS only has 1 squad instead of 2. I don't know what the other squads are doing.
If you look at the pop for your chemical, it's 48% TR, 44% VS.
It doesn't feel that way.
But I don't know where they are.
I can see the bodies, but even with that, so a Skyguard is being pulled, and instantly a Polar is. Ooh, do not show your ass at the Polar. That's really bad. Yep, you probably should. Ooh, that was.
VS Sunday moving up around.
Sides. We are seeing Sides and Valkyries in the air. Maybe they are going to contest the air first, but I think unlike on the previous base, the aircrafts are not going to be much useful.
No, and especially not on Heyoka Chemical. Like as soon as the enemy is set up inside on that point, that area is just useless.
Let's see quickly inside. I'm not seeing any maxes from anyone. Interesting. Just Spitfires and being spread out inside the building. I think TR is pretty well set up. They could be even more set up, but their heavies are holding the points. And yes, they finally brought some force multipliers. We have, I think it is an HE Viper, not a Viper, Lightning. I'm trying to find my words. It's hard. They try to bring. They have scythes in the air, but they are slowly getting picked by the mosquitoes. I'm not seeing Mountain 1 alive now because the mosquitoes came back and
Yeah, the
it's not going
VS
well
just
for the
seems
VS.
scrambled all over the place. It's like they're not grouped up at all at any time.
That's
So you're just
true.
answering the people from the chat. So, SHST, which playing TR or an A bracket team, and VS with VOON or a B bracket team. Don't know much about how VOON actually plays, so we're trying to see how they play now. I would rate them as a mid to low B bracket team, probably.
Yep.
But I think they're pretty new to the format as well, so this is a learning experience for them.
Yeah, it's always a learning experience to play against better than yourself. They clearly are showing that they need to step up, especially in the dynamism of the gameplay, because right now the tier doesn't feel really threatened by VS past that small max push at the start. This isn't a lot more complicated for them than a regular lifesaver hold, I think.
No, I
So
think they do this like 24/7 on live servers. Just go and hold the
we
point,
have a
take the base.
push on
Not
the
really that
staircase.
much cheese, force multipliers, or anything being
Yeah,
used. I've seen
that's
not a VS
surprising. We're
Sunday
seeing a
there.
lot less cheese, less maxes, less
That lip is just.
aircraft. What?
Oh, big
The
VS
aircrafts.
push now coming. They went through the tunnels.
Oh
We
yes,
see
finally maxes.
five,
Oh,
six
that
maxes
max.
pushing
Oh,
in.
one max done. Another
It's
one is
about
low life.
time we saw some of those force multipliers being used.
Yep, that's what is needed to
But
recapture, I think. We are seeing another
TR is
max
just
getting done.
staying
One
up
big
on the big
revive.
stairs, throwing down
Yep,
C4 and just
that's a
destroying
good
those
effort. That was
maxes.
20-second close, and TR is not dead. They are still on the point, and the maxes are going to die slowly, I guess. The ESFs are going to kill anyone coming back from VS. NTR has the point back. All the maxes are dead. That's a big loss in nanites for VOON, and they need to
Yeah, but I mean, I don't
take.
think they use that many of them anyways. So they might
No,
have a.
that's true. That's true. That
Let's
probably
see if they're running on.
not a big loss for them. And we are already needed on the tank front. Not a single VS is on Ayoka, so that's going to be a big issue if they don't hurry up. Um,
Yeah, they need to redeploy fast and get set up inside that point.
The point is not flipped, however, and we are seeing another
And now
Skyguard.
Skyguard being pulled.
Yeah, I'm not sure Skyguards is the thing you need to pull. On the tech run maybe, on Heyoka it was should definitely have pulled Buster Max.
No, they should have gotten themselves a Sunday inside so they can have a spawn point instead of having to run all the way from the
Yeah,
other side of
that's true.
the.
They pulled the Sunday, but it died because there was anti-vehicle rockets. I don't remember the name, but on the ESFs, and they made really short work on
Yeah,
the Sundays.
it should never have gone outside of the vehicle gate. Just spawn inside the techie and then just roll it in so you have a spawn point close.
Oh, Tier has a beacon on the tech plant. And there's not a single VS on Ayoka now, so they are committed to the defense of the tech plant, not even trying to recap the point. They are on the balcony, the tier are about to push the balcony. The VS are inside. I'm going to get inside and see how to hold that. Who is shooting inside? I think that's the ESF from the outside, yep. The tier are pushing, VS is slowly being wiped out one side on the right.
Yeah, TR slowly making their way
Yep.
into the balcony. VS.
They're not shooting, what the hell? Okay, tier.
VS seems to fight the
Oh,
first initial push off
yep,
at least.
that's a good
and
job.
TR
That
has
Red
not
Net
flipped the
might-
point yet.
yep.
They have no one up at
Oh.
Hayoka Chemical.
Yeah, that's a really tense fight, at least infantry-wise. Now that the force multipliers are not able to be applied. However, we are seeing quarters and harassers outside. Maybe those are GSDs. Maybe the harasser has. Ooh, that back attack on the infiltrator. I think everyone is wiped out. Oh no, TR is coming back. VS is barely holding on
And
the
now
one or two people.
TR
I think
TR is
on,
bringing up a harasser, or at least trying to
and
bring up a harasser.
there are no back cap on
What is that? Is
Ayoka.
that
That
Cobalt
harasser is on
harasser?
the point. That's not. Oh, Cobalt, yes. I thought it was a
Yeah,
Mauti.
that point is gonna be locked down now.
Yep, that's not over, but that's going to be really tough, especially with that harasser, depending if how well it survives.
I mean, Tech Plant is a really long timer. So They
That's
have a
true, that's
few
7
options
minutes.
now.
Let's
But
see if we see anything. We are seeing Sundays, maybe more vehicle getting pushed. I hope those have anti-aircraft weaponry. Nope. This is going to die. Oh, this has anti-infantry, that's good. That Liberator
small VF
is
push
about
through the
to
rabbit
die.
hole there.
It's not dead, and the Sunday dies. That was really close fight.
And VS brings in a boss below the Techman now.
Yep, is it the Bulldog one? Or is it the...
Yep, it's a Bulldog one.
Okay, this one survived at least. But it's going to die. Those pilots are doing pretty good job, despite the close window to aim inside. It's not going to hold for very long, and I hope they know how to get that on the above, but I don't think it's going to work. Can they deploy below? I don't think so, but at least they can respawn inside the Sandy. That's going to be really tough. Look at that Liberator. That's some piloting. I would have crashed inside the building for him. Yeah, the Sun is dead. That's goodbye. It's a Skyguard, I assume here. Yep, it's a Skyguard.
VS having 2 Skyguards outside there. Just used, like, they need to get that point back, and bang.
Yeah, like those mosquitoes are always going to be alive, and those Skyguards are not that effective because once the mosquitoes are gone and get to repair, those Skyguards are sitting ducks and cannot do much. We are seeing a few VS on the building, but they are getting killed. So I think that's another failed push by VS. I'm going to manage to get inside those without crushing inside the wall. Where is VS right now?
I mean, they're still in the hex for Hayoka.
Oh, let me guess.
PR has a lot of motion spotters up. Like, they're gonna
Let's
know.
check. I maybe shouldn't be in here. I hope I'm not going to die. They are not in the big hallway with the elevators. That's not the case. The migrator is getting inside and getting a peek to try and kill the Sundays, but there are EV rockets into play here, so it's a tough. One Sunday is about to die, maybe slowly all the Sundays are about to die. However, they also need to clean, I guess, the beacon.
VS pushing in from balcony with 5-6 people
Valkyrie,
now.
yeah, it's
But
like,
that Banshee is just on them straight away.
yep, and there's still half a squad on the, more than half a squad on the stairs, so I don't think VS will be able to push, to continue that push. And the arrows are still there, so yeah. They would have received a warm welcome if they had managed to push the stairs. I'm still seeing that Migrator alive. Has he killed all the Sandies? Yes, he has. So that's at least 2 less assets for TR right now, even though they can probably pull more. Skyguards here is being useless. Have they hacked the pads? No, the pads are getting destroyed. At least the pads are destroyed. That's nice. We are seeing double door push, or at least peaking, but TR is also holding strong. That door is my nemesis. Yep. Oh, the SCU is vulnerable. Are we going to see TR pushing for it? Maybe not, that's probably a bad call. VS is slowly trying to hold the doors, prevent TR from peeking and getting kills, but that's not a big push. That's not anything. We are seeing beacons, however, from VS, so maybe we are going to see some weird push coming from maybe the elevators from the AA and AV turrets floor. I'm hearing a Valkyrie somewhere. That's not an anti-infantry gun. You should probably use a PPA here, buddy. If you have any feedback on in the stream, if everything is going well or not, if you have issues, please tell me. And I'm going to try and fix it. But I'm happy so far that the stream isn't crashing. I had big issues yesterday. The mini-up is, I hope, pretty telling about what's going on. We just see VS trying to pick with either infantry or vehicles, but no big push. And that's, oh, we're seeing a few people inside the garage. I'm waiting for them to do a big elevator push from here, but I don't
Oh,
think
I
that's
see.
going
Yeah,
to happen.
yeah,
Another
small
drop.
V push coming from balcony now, but they're taking way too long.
Yeah, it's only 2 minutes left until the end of the match. Hey, Archie, how you doing? Yep, that push is not going to go through. The TR have a much too strong, a way too strong setup behind the doors. I'm surprised they aren't trying anything with maxis, because if there's roughing that can breach that those door, it's maxis. And the SU is being destroyed, and there's only 1 minute 30 left in the match. I'm happy because I'm going to get to sleep much sooner than I expected.
I mean, there's
Sadly,
still
it's not
a
good for
second
VOON.
round after this one.
That's true,
Hopefully
that's true.
VS will come up with some new things.
Oh, and we're still 20 minutes in the match, so it's not like I'm going to gain that much sleep.
Yeah, so
But
1 minute and 10 seconds left
I'm
on the
afraid
tech
VOON
plant.
doesn't care about my sleep schedule and is trying to push, but it's not working well, and those doors are not going to get pushed. VS need to get inside right now. That's not going to. 1 minute is probably
VS
the time they need.
slowly making their way
Oh
into the
yes, they
balcony
are.
now.
A few TR are getting
They need
killed.
to
They
just
need to push
push in
before the
through now.
medic res everyone.
Nah, yeah, they got shut down.
Oh,
There's no medic rests or anything.
yep, that's tough. The last of them are being picked up, and we're still seeing people outside because the Valkyrie are still there. They can just redeploy into the Valkyrie and continue pushing. However, this is really tough on the VS morale because they cannot push one by one like that. The SEU is destroyed. That's bad news. And slowly the
Yeah,
balcony
that
is getting
means VS
clearer,
has
but
to spawn all the way back
that
from.
17-second TR is on the point just to prevent any last minute capture. We are seeing bolters holding the doors now from far away, and I think the stairs are not going to see any VS past them.
End of round, end of round. Round ended with 3-0 to SHSK. Please leave the continent so we can flip the base. Flip the. So
Alright, that's one round over. SHSK with 3 points, VOON with none. We are seeing quite a big domination from SHK. I'm sorry about my French accent if you are cringing right now, but that's the best I can do with when it's 1 in the morning. What are we seeing on the stream? Archie, Chef K, who are this time on the viewer side and not on the commentating. Oh, awesome, Archie, go for it. I need feedback on the camera, that's for sure. It's a bit hard to comment and move the camera. Fluffy saying like throw them warping into wall while I'm trying to trick them. Yep, that's not. Oh, they're talking about Vode and the French player on Cobalt. Yeah. So we're. Oh, who's in the point? Flapping here? I don't know. It was quite one-sided match. We haven't seen a lot of resistance. Do you think we're going to see the same result that we had in the last match when we see the first team getting the first round being dominated by one outfit, by one team, and then in the second round, the loser tried to adapt and makes a much more stronger resistance at least than in the first round. I assume you're flipping bases right now. I assume our referee is spending a lot of time setting up the map. So yeah, I'm not sure about what's going to happen in the second run. I wish VOON work out a bit their opening. I think all the Sundays were not really a good move, especially if they all died due to aircraft. Maybe they're going to bring a lot more anti-air on those Sundays. That could work out a bit, but they need infantry to push the point, that's for sure. And maybe a galaxy drop with a squad of maxis and then a squad of vehicle with anti-air could work out for them. I'm not sure. That's what I would try if I was them. TR clearly has domination in the air. We're really seeing that all the teams that are dominating in the air are winning because it's really the strongest weapon in the game right now. ESFs. They can shut down infantry push. They can shut down the vehicles. So you need to find a solution. If you cannot have good pilots on your team, you need to have a solution to deny the air. Otherwise, you are going to get uh, any of your infantry move outside of building completely denied.
Also, I think VS just really needs and they need a plan. Like it seems like they're just grasping at it, what to do, not really knowing, like not grouping up, just running in one by one.
Yeah, I agree on that.
I
It
think
was really
someone in
weird.
chat said that V is actually a armor outfit, which might
Oh.
explain why there was so many uh, hunters at the beginning.
Yeah. It's maybe the mistake of saying we are strong in vehicles. We are going to use vehicle from the get-go. That's not really how it works.
Alright, lane has been flipped. You may now return to the continent.
You need to be able to use vehicles, and you can always have maybe one, two, three players using vehicle permanently. But they need to be really good, and they need to be effective and be in a situation where they're effective. There's no point in getting an MBT in bases where you the MBT cannot really get inside the base, while Sandy or harassers might be able to. You need bodies on the ground at some point. There's a moment where you cannot say, I'm a vehicle player, I'm going to stay in my vehicle. You need to get on the point sometimes. You need to get in the max to contribute on the point and be um, the first multiplayer you're supposed to be. And I think you need to switch mentality in that. In LaneSmash, you need to be the most effective possible and not what you enjoy playing. That's sadly not the mindset you have to get
You're now
in a
all allowed
competitive
back on the
match.
continent.
Hey, Shitter, nice to see you.
Yes, I think VS has to think about what happened when they got all those bosses to Chimney Rock. Because if they've done the loadouts correctly, had some red bosses, made sure they were gunned and had the right guns, and like, they might not have been shut down as quickly.
That's true. I think a bit more AA on those guns on the Sandies, maybe less Sandies and more gunners might also work. And a stronger infantry squad getting on the point might be a strong opening move for them. That being said, I think the SHST team might be real like in the long run, you may have Sundays with AAs, but the moment you need to, even if they capture the point, moving back on to the next base, you cannot do that with as fast with Sundays than you can with ESFs. And that's why ESF is the best support vehicle. They can just move really fast and get from one point to another and kill the air transport too. It's really a strong tool, and you either have air or you don't, and if you don't have air, you're going to be uh, on the back step all the time.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on you if you don't have that air. Even if it's not good air you have, you just need something to keep the pilots busy with air to air so you can deal with the ground stuff. Because as soon as they get to ground pounding, you you need to be in cover or have a on the ground there.
Yeah, agreed. Like you need to have support from all around. That being said, you were right when you said that VOON need to work on their push and their group up and fight together rather than have few people randomly trying to get inside the building like it was a live server and the people inside were not coordinated, and only have maybe one or at best two big push per base during 4 minutes. That's not going to work. They need to have galaxy drops with maxis. They need to really coordinate and maybe wait a bit for aircraft anti-air cover to get in place, but that's not really working out so far. They need to rework the strategy of pushes, because that's how you get you need to use that's how you get people out of points, and that need to be coordinated in a much better manner.
Yeah, basically they need to do what is commonly known as redeploy side. You need to be like if there's 20-25 seconds left on the base you're losing, and you know when you're getting on point, you should always already have redeployed back to the previous base, set up a defense, pulled your um, force multipliers, get ready to like do a counter push You can't just let them smack you in the face all the time. You need to do something proactive,
Yeah, exactly.
especially when playing against a team like SHST from the A bracket.
And there are ways when if you are like from my experience, and I've played a few server smashes where we faced a much better player. If I'm going to show the Ocean map, and if you see that based on Broken Veil at some point against a Cobalt match in 2016, we faced much better players than us. Like we were in the French platoon, we were one of the weakest platoon on the middle team, and we were facing Hydra, which was one of the strongest platoon in Cobalt, and the tempo you have to play is to be faster than your enemy. And if you are faster, if you can attack points before the enemy is on it, they might come back and they might wipe you out. But you've secured 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes where the points has to come back to a full secured bases before the enemy can attack, and that's the moment where you can support another attack on the next base, or you can prepare a new push. And if you get better, like if you're in the LaneSmash, it's much harder to do that. But if you just get that one dude in an infiltrator going on the point, flipping the point, it might deny a whole squad or two on the next base, on your next base, and it doesn't take skill, it doesn't take a lot of nanite investment, but you can secure a point for a minute maybe for free, and that's a big impact on the tempo of the game.
2 minutes until round start.
Yeah, the Sunday push, I agree with Peacock, is not the strategy to get with. Generally speaking, I've seen very few lane smashes where heavy vehicle at the start were of any worth, of any big impact. Generally, the big push is to have a lot of infantry on the point at the start, and who is winning the air battle. I'm quite motivated and quite interested in seeing a match
I
with
see
somewhat a
VS
close
actually
level.
pulling some air now.
Oh, that's going to
I
be
mean,
interesting then.
it's exactly on this lane, your armor can actually make a bit of bigger difference. There's a few advantage points you can get your MPTs up out so they can shield down on the point.
Yeah, but the
VS definitely has the, by my opinion, stronger side on this round.
yeah, pushing Thomas Skylands is a bit harder for
Match start in 1 minute.
vehicles, and you can have a somewhat better anti-air cover, especially with Buster Max like that, where you can just have Buster Max and they can have a pretty good vision of what is around. On the Chimney Rock and on the Ayoka Chemical, you have tall buildings, you have lots of tree, you have lots of cover for the aircraft. If you see that big rock on the Chimney Rock, if you're an ESF right now and you're trying to pound the ground
30
around the endpoint, you
seconds.
can be pretty safe. Just get behind the rock, repair, maybe go back to your base to repair, and you can come back. It's much harder on Thomas, I think. Oops, I'm not showing the people. The stun distance is not the
So it looks
winning
like
one. It depends a lot, I
VS
think.
has actually changed their strategy. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Match start.
Is the overlay working? I think it's working right. Yay! I haven't
Yeah, you
fucked
didn't
that up.
start the timer though, did you?
I just started it.
Alright, good. Yeah, this
There's
is
a
late.
minute
My
delay
bad.
on the stream.
VS actually bringing some air. Let's
VS.
see if they're just drop. Are they keeping it up or are they dropping mans?
Uh,
Oh,
uh,
TR bringing the big air ball
Oh
now.
yeah, they probably expected that. Then they probably expected VS to pull out the VSFs. And now I think the mosquitoes are going to win. I'm still seeing mosquito comings. The points is for VS though, so they might have a few people. I'm going to quickly see what's VS has on point. Not a whole lot. How is the air battle
Yeah, well,
doing?
there's
I'm
still a
seeing
few.
mosquito dyings. Yeah, there are a
Yeah,
few.
they're dealing with some of the air at least.
Yeah, not for that long, I think, though. I'm not seeing a lot of Scythes alive, and I'm mostly seeing them trying to dodge shots rather than killing anything. I think there's one Valkyrie alive anymore, but that would be it. Where I'm seeing Sundays from
Now,
TR
yeah, now
getting.
VS is bringing Sundays up on point. Let's see what Sundays
Yeah,
there. It's a
TR is
Bulldog
getting
Sunday
Sundays, but on the other side of the rock for respawn,
and
I
a
think.
Bulldog Rangers Sunday. And
Oh,
TR is
that
bringing buses. And we see two MPTs moving up in the hills there.
Oh, yep. So Tier has a few people around the point. Those Sundies have some on Tier, but they are not going to last long. There's only two of them, and Tier is pushing those Sundies inside the point. But instead of going by the road, they coming by the forest on the east part of the
And now that
bay. And
TR Air is
already
back
has a
again.
fuel.
VS, no Sunnies left on
Let's
the
get
point now.
inside and see how many VS people have. They have a few people. However, I don't think they were expecting TR to get on the point with Maxis and Tundies and get
And
them
here
that
the TR
quickly.
Maxes come.
The hammer is coming for VS, and that's quite a
So
strong.
the tournament format,
push.
is we have the 3 bracket divided into the top tier teams in A bracket, the mid teams in B bracket, and the newer teams in the C bracket. It's 24 matches over 1 lane. You do 2 rounds. There's different kind of layouts depending on what lane it is and the basis. But rounds are either 30 or 40 minutes. And then it's just full on everything PlanetSide has to offer.
I think most. I'm not sure. I think TR has a few more ESFs right now. Maybe 1 or 2 more than they had in the previous round.
Oh, and
That's sure.
TR is going straight for the
Valkyries,
camp
yeah,
on next base there.
the people are dropping out of the Valkyries not to die inside the Valkyrie. That Liberator is going to die. Yep, it's dead. Congratulations. There are still 6 more mosquitoes to kill. The mosquitoes are really oppressive for VS right now. They cannot pull air transport at
Oh,
all.
look at
Those
this
Valkyries are
cheeky.
dying. Oh, that's... Wait, isn't that guided missiles on Valkyries attacking the mosquitoes? Isn't that banned? Like
Should be
in the
banned,
captain
yeah.
agreement? We are seeing a scythe attacking mosquitoes. That's good. Yep, -1 mosquito. I think VS is going to go for another hell battle. The Valkyries are chasing down the mosquitoes, but that's going to be tough. I'm seeing more Sundies and MBTs coming on the point. The point's probably close to capture. Yep, that's 50 seconds left.
Yeah,
So
50 seconds left and not that many VS people around that point. So someone in chat asked us if there's other competitive stuff like this besides Alpha Wars. There's been a multiple amount of different type of competitive events throughout the planet side. Currently, things are running it is LaneSmash, of course. There's something called Community Smash, which is full continent smash between 2 factions. Coordinated, and then there's PlanetSide Infantry League or PIL, which will come back this fall, hopefully.
yeah, we had server smashes. We had scrims, so 12 versus 12 infantry only. We have the 6 versus 6, which is
That's
a death match, something like
another
that.
cap for TR. Let's see if they're already up on the next
Yep,
base.
it's
No,
gone
that
2
took a
man.
while for that guy to actually get up here.
The point is still
And
in the end of VS.
VS
VS
destroys
has a
that beacon.
squad.
Yeah,
There's a beacon
did
for
TR
but
manage to redeploy
is
fast
TR
enough?
going to use that beacon? Nope. We are seeing other mosquitoes, and we are seeing on tier on the and it's a Skyward. And I'm not seeing Skyward doing that great of a job. Every time they are dying really fast. That Dalton is hurting the VS where it doesn't need
TR
to be
armor is
touched.
now moving up as well, but that beacon fail was big fail from
Yep.
the TR. They should be able to nail those things.
I think will be able to have a pretty strong resistance on that bit, even though the point is pretty open and ESFs are going to have a field day shooting anything that's inside. TR is going to have a tougher time getting inside. They need vehicle air transport drop or beacons, but or pushing from that roof, that might be a thing too. However, if we get inside, TR is already inside on the cannons. On the battery, the Kumas Skylance battery, sadly VS is getting pushed out of the point, and TR is taking control of it. And now it's going to be really tough on VS because that open ground is going to be really hard to move through, even if it's not that long of a distance.
Yeah. So, if
Oh,
what I think something like the TM guys, another A bracket team, would say to do is pull like harassers with kobolds and just get them around, and you can actually go up the stairs just behind the point, and you can get them in up, and you can actually have some force multipliers helping you.
yep. I think VS will need to say the Busters Maxis from the spawn room. I think it was much needed. It's probably the best option right now.
Yeah, but those maxes are just gonna be shut down by those two MBTs on the back hills there.
Yep, those MBT are still there, and now VS has to bring. They can just shoot from the spawn room with anti-vehicle. However, that's a lot of maxis needed to just deny the TR their vehicles, and that's not going to help with pushing the points. Yep, those mosquitoes are doing quite enough. Their VS is struggling to maintain the 2 meters around their spawn. It's really not easy
Yeah,
for them.
VS is just locked down inside right now. They should forget that. Make a push from the tech plant. Do something instead of just trying to get out of that spawn room. Because those TR guys know how to farm
Yep,
as soon as people run out there.
I don't think. Oh, we have seen a few sites trying to battle the
Yeah,
ESF.
the initial start with the sites were actually pretty good. I think
Yep.
they looks like they brought down a few mosquitoes though. Right now, TR has I count three mosquitoes.
Oh,
Um, just
at least
dominating
three.
there.
And the Liberator. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 mosquitoes. Oh, big Valkyrie drop, and I think I saw a few beacons going down. I don't think that's going to be enough. The ESS are killing anything that's dropping.
Yeah,
Yep.
as soon as you drop on that point, you need to get in under those two big cannons there, preferably the one that's lowest. It's not gonna provide you like full cover from the air pounding, but it might give you just a little bit of chance.
Oh boy. Yep, VS is really struggling right now. The question is, are they preparing anything on the tech plant? I'm going to see
Uh,
how's the tech plant is set up. Are the vehicle pad hacked or destroyed? The vehicle pads are not destroyed. VS putting more Sundays. I'm not seeing anything on the points. That's not good. That's not going to make to have the match getting longer at least and resist as much as possible. We are not seeing anything new on Thomas Canyon. It's just a burst. The Mac doing the best he can. That's for sure. He's doing the good job at least. The mosquitoes are not staying really close to the spawn room anymore. Um, but that's not.
but
We're
to be
not going to
honest,
get control
like they
pushing
don't
again.
have to. VS is almost like they should redeploy back now. Get set
Yeah,
up on that tech plant.
that's true.
Use all their fucking resources to do some sort of counter push for when TR gets like tries to get it on the point. But it's looking really tough for the VS right now. But keep in mind they are a B bracket team and they are new to this format, so hopefully they will learn a lot from this experience against
Yep.
one of the
The SHST
best teams
team
in
seems
this
to be
tournament.
really experienced and really mastering the LaneSmash meta. Like they are doing the real job with the right tools, and they are winning their infantry fights, they are winning their air fights, and they are doing right amount of vehicle play when it's needed. I think they're doing a really great job. They haven't felt threatened, I think, at any point. Yep, that's another
But
capture.
no TR on the point ready for the back cap.
Yep,
VS actually
if
set up
there's one
inside.
thing they need to
TR's
improve, that's going to
really
be.
slow on those things. Like if they're not gonna pick that up when the tournament actually starts, they're gonna have a few issues against the better
Yes,
teams.
he's trying to hold the double the balcony again. I'm not seeing any maxis. They need to really bring maxis if they want to hold that balcony. And TR already have beacons on the roof. Uh, yep, those beacons are slowly being used. The TR is gathering. Uh, VS trying to aggressive. What the hell? Someone is stuck. Let's. Yep, he is died. Rip.
Still no point flip. 2 misses flip for VS.
Oh,
TR's
nice!
back capped.
Finally, back capping.
Finally, some good stuff. Who is that? 3 VS guys, they're on point.
Zumo and
Taking down
Lupa.
one TR guy.
However,
Dude is.
there is one TR guy left.
Yeah,
here.
dude is trying to kite around, see if he can get an angle on those people.
Yep,
Now the
-1.
TR is
The
coming
ESS
back.
are coming back. The beacon is there though, so VS is on the point with almost a squad now. The ESS
Multiple
are...
VS people dropping in now. They have.
Yep. Oh boy.
Right, and they're
are they
hiding
going to be
under
able
the
to have some
turrets
people
now.
surviving this nightmare that is the TR aircrafts?
Finally, some counterplay from
Beacon
VS.
is dead already.
That is what we like to see.
How many people are alive? I'm counting 2. And that's about it. 1, 2, 3. The moment a squad of
I'm counting 2 now.
But the right thing is, this timer has go down like 1 minute and 20 seconds. That's still 1 minute and 20 seconds where they can either set up on the tech plants or prepare for another push on Thomas. So that's nice. I'm still seeing beacon for TR. TR can just redeploy and wait for the beacons and just push the balcony.
Yeah, TR was overly confident there, and VS finally took advantage of it. That was the good play to see there from VS.
Yeah, that's the tempo you have to have in LaneSmash, and that's true that TR is not having that tempo. Like they are not pre-capping bases.
Yes,
and
coming back into the tech plant now, but TR has motion spotters up there. Know they're gonna come. They're gonna come up through that rabbit hole there.
TR is on the point on the tech plant. We have 2 TR on the tech plant. We have the balcony in the end of TR right now, and VS slowly getting through the elevators, but getting farmed slowly. We are seeing Lasher. I'm not think that's a good weapon to bring here, but that's a nice move. TR is pushing from the balcony. At the same time, they are still defending the point. VS is getting sandwiched. However, they are bringing the numbers to defend that balcony. We are seeing a max finally. TR having that crooked infiltrator and another one on the point. The point is not flipping, however, and Thomas Cannon is 5 seconds before being recaptured. VS getting the point back, holding the balcony. At least they are doing strong. That max is probably going to do a pretty good job. However, he needs to get away from the C4. The max is almost dead. Oh.
Yeah, VS showing a little bit of teeth here in
yep, they are
the
fighting.
final base.
They are fighting for that balcony for sure, and that max need an engineer.
And that's what they need to do. They need to find some positive things to take away from this as well. And that back cab and this setup on the tech plant is definitely one of the positive things they've done.
Do you know if any TR is on the Thomas tech plant right now? Oh, Tankmans! Oh, tell me they're going to kill him. No, you need to kill that tech. Ah, they haven't seen that one.
And looks like TR put a beacon up on the gun. They're not moving up the stairs. Yeah, they're gonna come in behind on the VS.
From where?
They move up the stairs on the front.
Ooh,
now on the point.
No. Oh, the point was not defended, and the balcony guys are now being countered. Although VS seems to have a few 6 people group pushing the point right
trying
now.
to push back in now. TR does not have that many people on the point. They have to count four or 5
nice
people.
Move, and the point is being captured, so any back cap is now useless. However, VS is the ham in the sandwich, if I may.
Oh, and TR's got a harasser up on the point now. And is that
on the point?
Phil getting a mosquito in there?
Yep, that Cobalt harasser is going to really be a pain in the ass. The squad on the point for TR is still holding strong. They have still managed to save their medics.
Yeah, still holding balcony though.
Yeah, they have 2 maxes.
Oh, but that balcony rested. Wait. I see how it's gonna go out.
TR is pushing. The stairs are getting crowded. TR is not pushing seriously. I think TR is just waiting for.
VS slowly pushing into the point now.
Oh, that's true.
Three.
Oh, wait. Yeah, for sure.
Two
Well,
TR guys remaining.
oh, look at the TR. They moved toward the
And
balcony and
VS
they
is
got
actually
wiped.
flipping point, but that
That
TR harasser is
harasser
still
is
there.
going to die. I hope so. Yep, he's almost dead.
No, but they're getting
The
out to repair
engineers.
it.
Oh my god, the engineers killing with
And a
pistols the
second
people on the point,
harasser
and
is
the
being
second
brought
harasser.
up now.
Oh, that's really.
That's gonna be tough
Come
for
on,
VS
tell
to
me.
deal
The
with.
balcony seems to be clear of TR though. Wait, no, they continue pushing. And the point is in the end of VS, 30 seconds before recapture. We are seeing fight everywhere. The fight is a lot more spread than the last time. I think the fact that they have TR just wiped the VS on the balcony. I think that's over. Yep, TR is in control of the world floor. Let's see. We are timer
Alright, let's
ticking.
see how TR actually sets up on this base now.
Oh,
Because
look,
if they were
here. On the
is it
elevator on the garage.
another tunnel push?
I think the first tunnel. Oh no, wait, they've been going through the tunnel since the beginning. That's true.
Alright, let's see how TR actually sets up on this base. 'Cause if they were facing some of the high B brackets or some of the A brackets, they wouldn't need to cheese the shit out of this point to actually maintain it.
That's right. We should have sent these. Oh, the vehicle pods are getting hacked. That's bad.
Yeah, that's
You
not
need to
good. Now TR is
destroy those
probably gonna pull
terminals.
up a bus and they're gonna put it over the tunnel. They're gonna have a few more to spawn
Yeah.
to have spawn points.
I'm surprised they
If they
haven't put
know how
Sundays
to
like last
even
time.
bring it up on the point.
Last time they had at least two Sundays, and Sundays are really strong tools to have inside the tech plant because you can just have someone get inside the Sunday and people will be able to redeploy inside it. Even if you lose beacons, even if you cannot bring uh, any air transport, you can have Sundays inside.
Where are VS right now?
I don't know. That's the question I'm also having.
There's some VS at the warp gate. What are they doing down
They
there?
might be putting galaxies in maxis. I don't know. I'm seeing a few of them getting for the garage elevators again, but they
What
will
is
be
this
seen.
Valkyrie
There are
doing?
motion spotter everywhere. Yep, glorial push maybe. I'm seeing a few points coming, but
What?
I'm not sure that's a
What
good
are you
idea.
doing?
Yeah, that's the. I think it's not a squad push. I think it's only one or two individuals trying to slowly push and harass. But they are weighted.
Yeah, TR now trying to push for the SCU.
Oh really? The SAU is going to be secured, not going to be free.
It's just a lonely TR dude
Oh,
running
okay, yeah.
around up in the area.
Probably waiting to see what VS is doing because we don't know what VS is doing right now.
There's a little under 10 minutes remaining of
Oh.
the full timer, but there is 4 minutes left on the timer
Oh, it
for
seems VS tried
the.
something on the balcony. I'm not seeing a lot of people, but for sure I'm seeing. Oh, there's a push going on. Where did they come from? Oh, they tried a glorial push, indeed.
Yeah, TR now has a
Ah, that was.
Cobble bus
Oh,
inside.
that
That
didn't seem to go well. That Max is still alive. Is he going to? Nope, he's dead. That was two free maxes. Push. Oh, that Batman there. Ooh, bad infiltrator. However, um, that push was coordinated at least. It seems they did try to push from several angles, but I'm not seeing where this maxis is coming from. Might be he might have managed to come from the stairs here, from the corridor. But that push failed. I don't think there was even a full squad during that push. That's a bit
nah, I think it was
opposite.
around 12 people.
Okay. VS seems to be pushing, trying to push with vehicles. I'm not seeing them pulling them though. That's weird. I'm not seeing a lot of VS on the minimap right now. Where are they? That's a
Yeah,
bit.
I think VS kind of feeling lost right now. They're just trickling one by one, and
Yep. It's not
TR is
the.
just set up as you would do on standard live to get them
I'm
in through those
seeing
main
a
doors.
TR engineer playing with his engineered AV turret, trying to hit his friend in the mosquito. Probably getting bored. However, you have been seen. Oh, mosquito's dead. By friendly fire, of course. Have you seen
2
anything?
minutes and 20 remaining on point.
Oh,
Around.
look at the Sandy push with the Sandys from VS. I'm not sure if that's going to be of any
I
strength.
don't see, like, if they can get them inside and up on the point, maybe, but not
But
before those
if there
TR
if
heavies
there
are
are
gonna take them
24
down.
people inside the Sandys, it might be a strong push. We are seeing some people, a squad maybe, they are getting crushed. That lasher is not the weapon you want to have here, dude. I'm sorry, it's not working out. The squad is trying to push the stairs, but the C4, yeah, that position is really hard to push. The C4, the people shooting, you're not going to be able to do anything. The Sandys are still alive, so it's still a spawn solution for VS, and they are for
Yeah,
Sandy.
if they have someone inside it though.
Yeah, only one repair, so it's probably should have one more repair Sandy and one, especially have it in the middle and not in the side. Uh, Another push, maybe that time from the teleporter next to the balcony. Those ones are not defended. Wait, okay, never mind. They are. Forgot about the Cobalt harasser and C4 slowly killing the Sunderers.
50 seconds remaining, and then it is another 3-point win for the TR. To be honest, that was mostly to be expected, as VOON is as you said, fairly new team. Don't think they ever played LaneSmash before, and they're going up against one of the best teams in that signed
Yep.
up for the tournament.
But
And
then,
kudos for that. I mean, they're probably,
yeah,
hopefully, gonna learn a
we've seen
lot from what
mostly
they saw today.
training matches between teams that were not equal in strength, and that's pretty motivating to see that the teams who are less good or not used to the meta playing matches and seeing how much dominating you can be if you manage to get the right tools, the right things in place in your team, the right dynamism. Congratulations on
End of match. End of
SHST.
match. Congratulations to SHSK. Nice job from both teams.
Ooh, yeah. That was, I think, even more one-sided than the match we've seen earlier in EU time zone. That being said, I would be curious to see if VOON would perform better against either TITF or PTSD. Maybe I think PTSD would still be stronger than them, but I would like to see TITF and VOON fighting. It would be interesting, like the third or second bracket match.
Yeah, so VOON is actually right now placed in the B bracket.
Oh, okay. It would be interesting to see.
But yeah, all the brackets are up for considerations. That's why we have these practice matches as well, and we encourage them so we can actually see if we place people or the teams in the right brackets to have the most equal and fun matches for everyone.
Yep. I'm going to see. I saw someone from VOON earlier on the TeamSpeak, but
Oh, he left. Yeah, just poke the guy on team 2, IV6 bowlers. To maybe get them back as well.
if we can have yeah the VOON captain, that would be great. Uh, I'm currently waiting to see if the SHSK. Okay, he's available in 3 minutes, so I guess we can talk a bit more about the match unless we can get the VOON captain somewhere. I'm going to. I don't think doing yell chat is going to work to get the VOON captain.
You should be able to find him on the Discord, on the
Oh
LaneSmash
yeah,
Discord.
true. uh, Sorry about the slowdown in talking and casting. We are just trying to gather the captains.
Well, we do see some still positive callouts in the L chat from
Yeah, that's the yeah chat have been
VS.
pretty positive. Like the VS are not salty about their defeat.
Now I think
They
they knew
understood
what they
the.
were going into.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely SHSK has offered to kind of help them a bit, kind of talking through
Yeah, no
stuff
shame
like
in
that.
losing against better than you, that's for sure.
At least they tried.
Yep.
I mean, better than just saying nope. Not gonna fight them.
If you have question you want to ask to the team captain, please write in the chat so I can ask them. Yep, a lot of teams getting training and advices from what we've seen. All right, Dubrus is available.
User was moved to your
Hello.
channel.
How you doing?
Hello. Is my microphone okay before we start? I have issues with it.
There's a small background sound, but that should be okay.
Okay.
How are you doing? Congratulations for winning.
Thank you.
You were pretty dominating the world match. I think VS knew what they were getting into, and they were seems pretty fair play about it. What did you think about VOON in the match, and what do you think about what they offered as a strategy and the both rounds?
Well, first of all, GG's to them. They definitely had some resistance waiting for us at the tech plants both times, which was nice to see. Their openers, the first one, I'm not sure about that Sunday ball. I'm not sure how effective that was, considering we had the air superiority. But yeah, they accepted the match in good faith. We wanted to really make sure we had our cohesion, watertight, and I think there's a few things to improve upon. Back caps being one of them.
Yep.
But for now, VOON did really well and were kind to allow us to have a practice match against them. So yeah, just GG's.
Captain is going to join us in a few seconds.
Okay, awesome.
He just messaged me. But yeah, let's get him up here.
So imagining you were someone like VOON, and you knew you would be against a team that is much better than you, and especially having a strong air squad, what would you do if you were them? Like if you were the team captain, but not with the players who are not worse, but they're not pilots and they are not necessarily as experienced as others. What would you do to counter that advantage that some teams have with experience in the meta of LaneSmash and having good pilots?
Also, hello, up in the air.
Welcome, GG.
Oh, yeah,
hey, I'm sorry.
Nice
I feel like that was that to me?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I can't. I connected and I only heard the second half of what you said on that. Sorry.
It was directed at Dubnus, but the question is also interesting for you. We can maybe ask you a question before asking Dubnus what he could have done in your place. What did you think about the match? How did you think you performed, and how do you think where do you need to think you think you need to improve up in the air?
So what we saw for a lot of this match, we knew going into this the team that we were going to be fighting. We knew they had who, so we already knew that they were going to have air. We knew they had B-Way, KN1, B-Way, KN1, 784, I think it was the other group. So we already knew that it was going to be a tough match going in. Our initial push, we thought we were going to be sneaky with the Sunder pull at the beginning, not realizing they were also doing the same thing. Got there a little bit early and cut any chance of us getting on in. But knowing that we were going up against the better team, we were going to try to do some sneaky stuff to get to cut them early or cut them with what we thought they were going to be doing at the beginning didn't play out because they were faster. They also, in general, so this was the first LaneSmash practice we've done in a long time, ever since days past. And we've had maybe about 2 practices in, so we're still trying to figure out our coordination, making sure everybody knows the roles and the roles that they're taking, what they're doing, making sure that everybody's sticking together, not running around. So a lot of this was, we knew we were going to get smoked, but we wanted to see how we were going to get smoked to help us direct about how we practice in the future, what we need to work on, what were our glaring, obvious problems that we had at the beginning.
All right. So, Darius, I'm going to repeat my question. If you were in the place of a team leader of a team that is going to play against a stronger team, a more experienced team, a team with better pilots, what would you do to try and get a better hold of the match and get the dynamic of the match in your hand?
So first of all, I think winning that neutral base for Moon's second half is really important, because as we saw at Thomas Skylance, right, the air can just completely farm that point. So starting at the Heyoka side with the Chemical Lab powerhouse building for the point, being able to win with infantry there is really important. So you really want to try and just, like I say, win the battle at Chimney Rock first, and then try to hold on for the rest of the match. Like, just dig in, fortify. One thing I wouldn't do is, like, not contest the air at all. I'm not sure how the pilots had it, but it seemed to me they had air superiority from the get-go. Even if you have people just harassing the air, with Ranger harassers, for example, it still means that your infantry has a little bit of breathing room. Otherwise, just go like 24 infantry. Make sure you have vehicle force multipliers. It's definitely a difficult situation to be in when you don't have the air control. But yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I would say a lot of us too are the switching from, being on live when we have maybe, characters with faster resource build. What gutted us a lot too was the lack of resources later on, to not having the ability to pull what we needed to try to contest, and then try to figure out, okay, well, now what are we doing now without that? How are we going to do this from the infantry, or just, from the people who do have resources?
Management is really important to manage in the in the second half of the game. Generally, when you've done a few pushes, maybe with maxis or with vehicles, and they all died, nanites generally start lacking, and it's tough to get on the point with only infantry. So yeah, it's pretty tough, and same with ESF's pilots, depending if they contest. So thank you for coming. Do you have any remark or anything else you want to say? If the Twitch chat has any question, we can ask them too.
Yeah, sure thing. One thing I would like to add for VOON is that with the with your first push, with the Sunday pushes, and then a load of maxes came out, it felt to us that you didn't have enough supporting infantry. That's something you might want to look into.
Yep, I'd agree.
Yeah, actually, also on the LaneSmash Discord, there are quite a few people with the LaneSmash mentor role. So, like, any questions or tips or anything you need, you can always ask them. They're more than willing to provide as much assistance to newer teams as possible.
Sure. I think the bigger thing for this is we also wanted to see, like, I know that we have good individual players and stuff like that. And, training now to making sure that we're all doing the same thing together, because a lot of us do have different schedules and we're not able to play around at the same times. So these practices that are getting us together, we just really wanted to see, before we start figuring out past the intricate details, what were the glaring areas? What are the glaring areas that, we need to work on, so we can get a good foundation of, this is what we build on from here.
Yeah, I'd like to thank VOON again. Just I know I've done it a few times, but like trying to find matches can be a bit difficult for us. So yeah, thanks again.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thanks for the practice as well.
Yeah, I think you can see on the Twitch chat some people are requesting matches for you. So.
Oh,
There
I
you
haven't
go.
got it open right now.
All right. Well, thanks to both of you for coming. I
Yep.
hope you enjoyed the match. I hope you will try to have the VOD on the YouTube as fast as possible, and it should be on the Twitch already, so you can watch back if you need to. I hope the French accent and not so English sentences not
Perfectly
disturb you too
fine.
much. But right, it was a pleasure to stream your match, and I hope
Alright.
we are going to see you again for other pre-match or during the tournament.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one.
Thanks, guys. GG once again.
You too.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright, so I'm going to cut the stream. Thank you everyone who was watched. It was a lot of fun for us. But I have to go to bed now because it's 2 a.m.